Well, today we go back to the Emirates, but this time around we are the visitors, not the home team. It's top of the league Chelsea taking on 8th placed Arsenal, and it's one of the live matches we've got for you today. Hello everyone, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode in our My Player series. Hopefully you're all doing very well. Thanks once again for tuning in. Coming up as well, along with this Arsenal match, we also have got ourselves a game against Craiova before Fulham away at Craven Cottage, a cup match against Brighton, which will most likely be simmed. And if there's time, we'll face Newcastle at home, who are having a stellar campaign in their first 8 matches in the Premier League. And to talk about the table, I've decided, and looking at the comments that you guys left me, that we will activate competitor mode for the top 6 teams. So if they're in the top 6 when we come to play them, we'll play it with competitor mode activated. So if Newcastle, by the time we get to that match, are still in second, we will have that as switched on, basically. But Arsenal today, because they're 8th, we will not activate the competitor mode for that. But I will show you this Arsenal squad, and looking at it, and there's not too many changes, I don't think, since we left the club. So Bert Leno is still number 1. Balogun is still the main striker. Firmino's come in as well and still 86 rated, so could do a really good job for them this season. Federico Chiesa is at the club as well. Pepe's still there. Soler, Bukayo Saka is still at the club. Very happy to see that because he's got a bright future ahead of him in real life. So if he stays this long at Arsenal, I'll be happy with that. But, you know, I'm looking through this squad, and aside from 1 or 2 players, there's not many players. Sorry, I didn't mean to back out there. There's not many players that are screaming world class. Like, they've got a good squad, but not a world class squad. Harry Maguire, Joe Gomez, and I believe Ben White are the 3 centre-backs that are currently being used by Arsenal, and they do still play with the 5 at the back formation that they were playing when we were at the club. So we'll take a look then, before we head into match, and see what the 2 lineups look like. So here we are. Leno starts, Saka at left back rather than left midfield, Gomez, Maguire and Ben White, Maitland-Niles at right back, Fernandes and Willock in the midfield, Stockton, who's a game-generated player, Balogun and Federico Chiesa over on the right. So like I say, good squad, but there's not too many world-class players, whereas Chelsea, Havertz 93 rated, I'm 91, Jimenez 88, Serge Gnabry 87. You fancy your chances if you're a Chelsea fan of coming away with a victory here, so we'll see what we can do on our return to the Emirates. I've just realised that both of Chelsea's wide players tonight, in myself and Serge Gnabry, are both former Arsenal men as well. So we'll see if we come back to haunt Arsenal as Keane's through the middle. Can he get there? He can. Leno, though, comes up with a stop for Arsenal when it matters. Did it a few times for us when we were at the club as well. And there he is again with a good save. But Chelsea now looking to build on this momentum. We've got Kai Havertz to our right. And he goes to Kante. Bakayoko back to Kante. And you can see we're very calm on the ball, very composed in possession. Kante's ball into our feet. Now Keane to our left-hand side. Here is Havertz. Again, it's a nice move. Keane might get a second chance at it. He does. Leno saves. Gnabry follows up. Arsenal just about get it away. And Saka can take them forward. But that was pressure. Havertz towards Keane. Keane plays easy ball off towards us, and we've got Havertz into that space. Keane, Havertz, brilliant from Chelsea. Is there to be a chance at the end of this though? Havertz in the middle. It's carved open brilliantly, the Arsenal defence, and Havertz smashes into the bottom corner. Chelsea 1, Arsenal 0. And you can see we've done this a few times in recent games where we pop up over on the left and then just drift inside to a central area. And with the runner off the ball of Kai Havertz, Leno stands no chance. It is a class finish. Good run here from Maitland-Niles, a strong run as well. And Maitland-Niles now then back towards Chiesa. And I tell you what, it's a thunderous finish from Arsenal, who draw level. Oh man, that was Chelsea though, really. Just sloppy. It was a strong, good run from Maitland-Niles, but nobody really closed him down. And then as soon as he got into the box, I mean, you can see, yeah, Chiesa kind of leaves Digne. Digne just has no idea. And then one touch, second one, smash it past me and Kepa. 1-1. Apologies as well if you heard my watch beep during the Arsenal equaliser, but here is Keane looking to send Chelsea back in front, across to Havertz. Gomez gets there, Fernandes clears away, and I'm wondering why Keane just didn't go for the shot himself. He was in a great position, but he tried to be selfless and play Kai Havertz, and Gomez defended well. Havertz now through to Keane again. This time surely will go for the shot, maybe not. Keane, he does go for the shots, and he takes it wonderfully. Moise Kean, ladies and gentlemen, puts Chelsea 2-1 in front. And you see, in this position, I think he actually is looking again to maybe find someone open. I've just noticed Serge Gnabry absolutely rugby tackle. I'm not sure who it is. It's not Ben White and it's not Joe Gomez. Who is it that he rugby tackles off the ball? And Keane, it's a great finish, but like looking back at it now, all I'm seeing is the Serge Gnabry spear in essence. I mean, that was crazy. 3 additional minutes from the referee. The points look secure here for Chelsea, and Arsenal need to have one last throw of the dice in order to find an equaliser, but that ball over the top from Ben White certainly is not what you need. And Chelsea can sort of just calmly play their way out and see out the time here. Honestly, I had a little bit of, I want to say, an impact for the first goal, but all in all, I don't think I had my greatest performance so far in a Chelsea shirt here. Didn't have to, though, and we got the win, 2-1. Europa League action now then for us as we face Craiova, and they've gone with a 4-3-3. We stick to our usual 4-2-3-1. I'm not sure on any of their players, but they have won 1 and drawn 1 so far from their opening 2 fixtures, so what I'd looked at as probably our easiest game of the group, all of a sudden seems to be the hardest, but we'll see what result we get. To be fair, our Europa League performances so far have been a bit lacklustre, so I wouldn't be surprised if we end up with like a draw here, to be honest. Here is Cancelo, a run from Gnabry down the right-hand side, not used by Cancelo. Now Kante in the middle of the park, off towards me. We've got Havertz to our right, now finding Keane. Keane can play that through and we take it in our stride. And across the face of goal to Havertz for surely 1-0 Chelsea. And it is. And it's the work of Kai Havertz because that ball was fired into his feet and the first touch is exquisite from the German. We'll see it again, but quite honestly, I'm not sure how he's been able to stop the ball basically dead for him to be able to finish it. Watch this. It's good work from Keane, spots our on, plays it in our stride, and then there, that is a sensational first touch, and Craiova undone by a bit of quality from Chelsea. And to let you know, their win in our group, I believe, was a 3-2 victory over Fulham 2. So they have got goals in them, but equally so have conceded goals as well, which suggests to me we might have to be concentrated defensively tonight because they might create 1 or 2 opportunities. Speaking of which, that ball over the top just a little bit overhit. No real problems so far for Chelsea. We've controlled and composed ourselves and not really given them any sight of our goal. And there's the second one of the night for Chelsea. Once again, the quality from Moise Kean to hold up the play, feed us through, and then the finish past the goalkeeper to double Chelsea's advantage. And it looks like we are heading to 3 victories from 3 in the group stages. And you can see it was close from Sanchez, who's sliding in to try and block Keane's ball through, but just a bit too far in front of him. Havertz towards Keane will take the advantage, referee. Thank you very much as we look to create another chance to make it 3-0. Pulisic on for Serge Gnabry. The first touch for Christian Pulisic is to send his header onto the post. Havertz follows up, smashes Chelsea 3-0 in front. And imagine being the home side tonight and watching Serge Gnabry go off and seeing Pulisic come on in his place. You must be thinking, give me a break. And I don't know how Pulisic was able to actually nearly score from this header. It wasn't a great ball from me over the top, I'll be honest. But he makes it work brilliantly, Pulisic. And then it's just Havertz who reacts quickest. To let you know as well, the other game in our group between Fulham 2 and Nice currently is 1-1. And Fulham 2 were in front there. So I actually don't know who the second team out of our group will be. It's quite hard to call, and I had Nice written down for it, but now I've got no idea. All Chelsea's changes now complete, and there'll be no more substitutions tonight, and a breakaway then as we go for goal number 4. Can we find it? Across the face of goal, we do. And Munteanu has scored with his first touch almost after replacing Moise Kean. The other change was Ziyech on for Havertz, who was on a hat-trick here, but Frank Lampard denies him the opportunity. And that's just heartbreaking, really, for the home side. It's 4-0 Chelsea. I feel quite bad because they've actually done rather well in the Europa League, and this is probably our best win so far. I mean, there's not a lot that you can do, though, when you try and create something and then get caught on the counter like that. You know, the quality of Chelsea don't let you off the hook. Into the last few seconds now, and there is full time. It finishes 4-0 to us here. We go to 3 wins from 3 in our group, top it with 9 points. And I'm very intrigued to see who will be the other group, or the other team, I should say, joining us in the knockout rounds from this group, because, as I said, it's very close to call. Away to Craven Cottage we go, and whilst I don't think there's any chance we would lose this match, I don't want to risk simming it. I was thinking about it, but yeah, we are away, and you know how the away games sometimes go when you sim them. So we may as well just play it. As you see with the two lineups, we definitely have the better side. Fulham in 16th as we head into this. There's potential for us to move the gap at the top even further, as there was a slip-up with Liverpool and Newcastle. So yeah, as things stand, if we win here, I think we go 5 points clear. And let's see how much Chelsea possession we can manage before we find the first goal here. As Kai Havertz off to this left-hand side. There was a run in a central area from Moise Kean. Here he is, off to Havertz. Well, it's taken us 8 minutes, but the goal that you fully expected has found its way into Chelsea's hands. And it's Kai Havertz who's having an impressive episode in front of goal as well. Frank Lampard will be watching on, looking at Kai Havertz and seeing him emulate some of Frank's runs into that box and really enjoying it, because Havertz has been top quality today. And to speak of Newcastle, they follow this match here. So we will finish the day with that Newcastle match after we sim the Brighton Cup game that we have. So yeah, stay tuned for that, because it's a first versus second potentially. Lovely football that from Fulham, and now Turnbull is straight through the heart of Chelsea's backline. Turnbull with a chance, Turnbull with a goal, and it's beautifully worked from Fulham, who deserved that. That was a lovely, lovely move. And normally, I would sit there and question us and say, what are we doing defensively? But I've got to give credit the way of Fulham. And it's expertly taken by Turnbull. That was brilliant. I mean, we've not put any pressure on them after that opening goal. We kind of just did one of those things where we score one and think that's enough, and then just sit back and don't really do anything else. And that's not the case. As you've seen, Fulham score. You just get the impression that Fulham might well fancy themselves to go on and maybe even win this match now. With 17 minutes to play, we've honestly not threatened their goal all too much. They've been as in this as we have. So you could say that's good from Fulham or poor from Chelsea, whichever way you want to look at it. As we look to create an attack here, that ball into the feet of Ziyech is not good. And Chelsea concede possession cheaply, and it allows Fulham the opportunity then to look to build from the back. We'll look to put pressure on the goalkeeper here though, Rodak, and he's forced to kick it long. We won't win the header because Hector has done well. Danjuma, look at the run on the right-hand side here of Kamano, and all of a sudden Chelsea are open. This is not good to watch defensively from Chelsea. Thankfully for us, Fulham waste their opportunity. And like I say, Fulham fancy their chances here. It really could have gone either way, this. As Muntianu inside the box, pulling it back. Fulham still looking to defend. There's the ball for Ziyech. That is incredible from John Joe Kenny. That is unreal defending. Kenny again is there with the interception. Kante has been able to find the feet of Muntianu. He's back there. We're back through. It's got to be. And it is for Chelsea. 5 minutes to go. Fulham's hearts are broken. And Chelsea look to have taken the win in a game that I thought we'd dominate with ease. Very, very poor from us. But I guess also the heart of Fulham has to be credited. Wanting to get something out of the match. And you saw that with the defending of John Joe Kenny moments before as he blocked our shot from Ziyech. We've had to work hard for this though. 2 additional minutes. Fulham still looking for one last attack. And you can see they're trying to create it. Kenny joining the attack now. They've got seconds left. As Schmid with the ball towards John Lucas. And he heads it backwards. Digne blocks it. Fulham will claim they should have had a corner. And the referee brings proceedings to a close. Unless that hit John Lucas on the, I guess, ricochet from Digne, that should have been a Fulham corner and the referee shouldn't have blown the whistle, but he has done, and we do pick up the 3 points here. Close game, and Newcastle must be watching on, thinking, we can beat Chelsea. Before that, though, it is the EFL Cup against Brighton. Although we are in the side, I can just use the quick sim here. We will technically play, but I will actually not play the game myself. And it doesn't matter. Actually, we've lost. It does matter. Brighton have beaten us 2-1. At Stamford Bridge as well. Okay. Maybe should have played that. But Oh, well, I guess it doesn't really matter. The Carabao Cup is not something I concern myself with. You just don't expect to be knocked out in round 3, that's for sure. Kai Havertz rises to the occasion, as he does. We are now, in fact, 5 points clear, as I said. And we do welcome Newcastle. Just to show you as well, let's go and turn the competitor mode on, as they are in the top 6. Victory for Newcastle will claw the point gap back down to 2. A win for us will basically see us home and away against them. But a draw keeps things as it is. Here we go. Newcastle playing a back 5 today, and their defence looks absolutely solid, honestly. We might struggle to create some chances. They've got Rigoni, Saliba and Tarkowski as the 3 central defenders. Hold that thought, because Keane does in fact get Chelsea's first shot, which is straight at Lunin, who makes the save. And then on the right-hand side, it's Mafio. On the left, I believe it's Jamal Lewis. So their back 5 is really good, Newcastle. It'll be interesting to see how many goals they've conceded so far in the opening 10 Premier League fixtures. Bakayoko, a quick 1-2 with us, as we're still searching for this opening goal. And in typical Chelsea fashion, we're having to break teams down. Here is Keane. Great feet from him, but he just chooses to play the pass a little bit too late, and that allows Philip Billing to be able to win back possession. Newcastle being forced into a defensive formation at the moment, which I'm sure they'll be able to withstand, as Lewis can play towards Sanson. Now for St. Maximin. Just got that little bit of something, Alan St. Maximin, that little spark you need to win football matches, and here he goes down the left wing. That's that bit of trickery you speak about. Into the middle it goes. And Jimenez is able to block the Newcastle effort, which is their first of this match. And now there's a breakaway for Chelsea, as Kai Havertz will play a 1-2 with me. Have we got the pace here to go around Tarkowski? I think we do. Looking at Moise Keane in the middle. Can we pick out the cross? Not quite. But it will be a Chelsea corner from one end to the other then. Have we got the delivery we need? Well, there's the answer. Lunin comes straight out and makes sure that there's not to be a chance. And we are unable to control the play, but somehow still got it here. And with Bakayoko to our right, lovely ball back into the middle, and almost like a poked finish home to put Chelsea in front. I mean, I'll take it 100%, but that certainly wasn't what I intended to do, I'll tell you that. When the ball came back, I actually did look to hit it first time, but not the way that it goes in. As I say, it's almost like a poked finish into the back of the net past Lunin. Wow. Well, with all the pressure we had to score, it felt like. And Newcastle, they were only able to withstand for so long. But it's Chelsea who strike first. Well, well, well. Chelsea free kick. The last time you saw me pick up the ball was against Stoke. We hit the crossbar, it bounced down, hit Butland, went in. I didn't get credited the goal. Can we change it this time? It's always hard to aim, though. That's the only issue. I don't think I've aimed very well there at all. It's over the wall. I have aimed perfectly. Chelsea 2, Newcastle 0. But more importantly, it's our first free kick goal of the series. Get in. Yes. And there's me saying I've not aimed it well enough at all. Brilliant. Yes. The disappointment when I hit it against Stoke and we didn't get credited because it hit Jack Butland and went in, and rightfully so because it wasn't going in otherwise, is just being completely lifted. And we finally get the achievement. But is there to be a response here from Newcastle? Well, Mbai Niang has just smashed them back into this match. Unfortunately for Newcastle, they had a bit of a stroke of luck, if you will. Because Mbai Niang initially is trying to backheel the ball through, and it hits Jimenez and bounces straight back to the number 9, who, to his credit, finishes expertly into that bottom corner. Well, game back on. Oh, that's brilliant from Bakayoko, and Ziyech can find Piontek. Back to Ziyech. Have Chelsea got a third goal? Yes, they have. And the footwork from Ziyech was quality, but it's all about the work of Bakayoko. Newcastle try to play their way out, and Bakayoko says absolutely not. It's my football. Wins it back, sets Chelsea on the attack. And then I guess you have to You have to applaud Ziyech because the footwork there was something else. 4 minutes left here of the 90, and Newcastle have tried their hardest today, but it's been Chelsea who've looked better. And as we are on for a hat-trick, you bet your bottom dollar I'm going for it. And we will get it as well. It's our 110th goal of our career, it said there, over on the top right as the accomplishment came through. And it's Chelsea who are 4-1 up here on the day and are looking to go even further ahead of Newcastle in the Premier League. Now, unfortunately, Liverpool have just gone ahead against Manchester United, so the gap to them will just stay the same. But we will have a few more goals to add to our goal difference, I guess. And the hat-trick is not too bad at all, especially with a free kick goal in there as well. I mean, 4 additional minutes is quite a long time, and Newcastle have just hit the post. Kepa, what's he doing? Ladies and gentlemen, I've absolutely no idea what you've just seen. How do you even explain that? I actually don't know what to say. There's full time. And yeah, we're collecting the match ball. But I don't know what has just happened. That's thrown me off completely. So as we end today then, we do sit top of the Premier League, 11 games in, 10 wins, 1 draw, 0 defeats as well. 28 goal difference, far superior to second place Liverpool, who have 5 points behind us. Newcastle down in third. I said that I wasn't sure about their goals conceded this season. Well, actually, they've conceded 14, so maybe their defence isn't as good as I thought it was. As we scroll down to the bottom half of the table, you can see Stoke, Nottingham Forest and West Ham make up the bottom 3. So that's the Premier League. As for, of course, the Carabao Cup, we're out. We don't care about the Carabao Cup. That's what it is. Europa League-wise, we top the group 9 points. But it's between, I'd say... Well, I'm not even going to try and tell you who, because I thought Nice would be doing a whole lot better. And right now, they're not. So, we'll see. We'll just have to wait and see. But a massive thank you for watching today. If you did enjoy it, a like would be greatly appreciated. As always, a huge thank you for all of your support as well on the channel. If you are new around here and like what you see, hit that subscribe button down below. And until next time, stay safe, have a great day, have a great evening, and I'll catch you all again soon. Much love, take care, people. Adios.